So, what do you think about the rise of podcasts? Like we've been hearing a lot more of that lately, and I'm wondering why you think that is. I mean, because we're past the pandemic. Well, the pandemic is still a thing, obviously, but we're at least past the deep dark times, let's say. so,
Right.
so people are starting to go out again, and they're commuting to work again, and all of this is happening. And there was definitely a resurgence of certain audio places like Clubhouse and Twitter Spaces and all of this social audio happening while we were all stuck at home. But I'm wondering if there's something that you could think would be the reason for it continuing. Because, I mean, podcasts have been around for a long, long time. But is there a particular reason you think it's really popular now?
Well, I think that it's becoming part of people's everyday. People in whatever sort of business, or if they just have their home business, of getting their voice out in the world, of telling their story, whatever that story is. And it may be just for their family members. It may be for just a recounting of history so people can have some sort of record of what's going on. There are ways of working, telling people in their client base and their business things that they can do to improve what they're doing. So there's always going to be the amateur. I'm having fun. Let's go ahead and try that because you can. It's relatively easy to say something, record it, put it up. And as you know, the
Yeah.
more
Low
advanced it
barrier of
gets,
entry. Yeah.
yeah, and then the more advanced it becomes, the more of a team that you need, and the more you have to figure out, where am I going with this? So I think that you can have, it's a wide swath of where someone can be and how they want to use it. But I think with the post-pandemic time, well, I don't know whether I can say post, but say it's not in the throes of the main part,
Yeah.
that people have less time. And so that's the main thing. It's just like, I feel really glad that I put mine together when the pandemic was going over. But as people were starting to come alive out of it, it became a little bit harder to do the last, like maybe 8 episodes, because all of a sudden people woke up and just like, I have demands on you. And it was like,
Yeah.
whoa, I can't be just my world. So I feel fortunate that
Yeah.
I got mine in there, but I still have plans to do more, but I just have to, there's always new technology, other stuff, and ways that you can reformat what you've already done as well, as
Yeah,
you
very
well
true.
know.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. There's a lot going on there. Also, audio has this way of being able to fit into the spaces in our lives.
hmm
So we can listen to it while we're doing other things, which I think has a lot to do with why podcasts and even radio shows maybe are still pretty popular, because people can fit them in wherever they need to fit in. And it's harder to do that if you have to watch a screen. So I
right.
get it.
Yeah, the other means
Yeah.
you have a commitment.
Yes.
So the more people who go to my website to get it are getting the full experience. Ones that just go to YouTube are getting another experience. Ones that get audio are getting that third experience. So if people say, this is the time that I use for my commute, this is when I'm in my car, this is when I'm cleaning the house or whatever it is. And there are other times you have to just listen to it, and it's just like, I'm saving this one because I need it to really pay attention. And that's the goal of whoever is creating it, how you want them to take in that information. Because if it's super difficult, then, or if the concept is hard and you have to really take it in, you want to just sort of reserve a time. Like if you know that you're not going to be in a lot of traffic, but you can just take it in, that's fine. But that's why I started asking people, even with mine, is like, how many of you are doing it? Doing the exercises at the end of it, and very few are, because they're in these commuter modes and they are walking down the street and people are just like, they're going to think I'm crazy. So, and I said, well, what's wrong with that? That means
Oh,
people leave you
well.
alone.
No one's going to bother you. That's true.
Yeah, they walk to the other side of the street. It could be really beneficial. You get more space, more real estate on the
Oh my
sidewalk.
goodness. Yeah.